Hey, Mahilaman. Carmen, the caregiver, just came out as Rosie the Riveter. It's a new thing that they're doing, like a new brand for like the nurses and everyone that's been joining up for the coronavirus. And um, you know, like I said, I couldn't find that action figure in my bin that I have here in Las Vegas. I've got a bunch of stuff in storage, and some stuff just got lost in moves and in quick, getaways. So, I, you know, the love and everything is there. You have to live out your life on Earth, and it's hard to make decisions that are like, okay, well, I won't do this with this person, but I'll remember the the other person's legacy or whatever. It's hard to make cutoffs like that, I think, and I would not hold that against anybody. I mean, the whole trouble, Daniel 12, all that stuff. I mean, it does tie in, but Jesus says don't be bound to anything. I mean, he even says leave your family. So if he's saying that, then I can get caught up on the wordage of it, but anyway, I wouldn't hold that against anybody. Like, to make big cutoffs like that in relationships, I just don't think it works. If you have the memory, if you have the love, that's what matters. So that, and then Bin Laden's girl, I think the he or whatever, the John, could have messed that up. But if you look into the cerebral hematoma, it's the real he. If they have a bunch of fake he's that are as Gog and Magog, the sand of the beach for number, then they couldn't find the real he, the real John. So that would put the real John has a job for end times, in that he's been doing his job as John the Baptist character, but then he has to have the Revelation 12 as well. So just do what you think is right. I don't know for sure, but I felt like they all turned on me back in like July, June, but they can't see anything either because I've got the Kachina thing going on, is the way it seemed to switch. Like, it kind of switched whenever I broke my foot in my back, and then it switched permanently, or for this time at least, back in June and July. So I don't know what it all means, but that Kachina would mean that Ben V of the pi, that he certified pi to go down, which was for the 349, then and that was a big help, to get us. That was like a last minute effort, basically, to get past the 349. But so just do what you think is right with the geography. The old lines, the old county lines of the way the map goes down, it could be nuclear in that way. So I don't need to keep saying that. This is the only video I'm going to say it again. Just do what you think is right. If you need to contact or whatever, the he, I don't know how it all works, but the re in them, it's not like they're bad or anything. Like, they've been showing symbolism, like fighting for the game to end, basically. Sometimes it'll show up like they're doing the opposite, but everyone's just trying to get by. Sometimes I do the opposite. It's just, that's the point we're at. So there's that. Now, the whole thing with Bin Laden was that it was spiritual, and remember that they have the burdens and don't cut off. So that's why, that's why he was blamed for the 9/11, because they needed someone who doesn't cut off to represent the supplemental enzymes opening scene of Jurassic Park 2, which is the character who is also represented by the Mode L, word for model, but it's mode L, and that's the part that Harry Potter 5 played, with that the vampire guy, and the Logan character dies, and it's kind of funny the way that he dies in that film. But the Logan character they do looky-loos, and the Logan kind of looked like the headmaster of the school that's in Harry Potter 5, and then he dies in the woods next to the water, I think it was, or something. They find him in the woods. Harry does, or somebody does, and then later on the vampire guy dies at the end. And he's like, "Take my body back to my dad." Well, he says that because it's the body, and if the body was made desolate, then he's saying that because he's saying in the pride sense, he's saying that he's going to model. That's what that was. So, and then of course all that went down at Lindsey Wilson College whenever that was the gateway for that vampire character to go on for more schooling, and then to be set in the world, in the society. So he even went against all that, and but they use it to represent the character with the body desolate, and that the bloody star can't fail. The bloody star can't fail. That's in Robert Plant album. So now keep a mercy mindset. It's all good, but it is funny that I'm trying to make everybody laugh. I've been watching Decoding End Times. He's making everybody laugh. It's all good. I hope I'm not doing anything against anybody. I know I wear people out or whatever, but it's all okay. I'll try not to make too many videos today, but so this is the 386 for me today, and this is 3 days after Dustin Diamond died, and but it's funny the way that they kill that Logan character. Something about that is funny. Like I don't really understand it myself, but like it's like he's stunned or something. Like I don't know. Like they use a lot of that Lindsey Wilson information for funny stuff, kind of like that was supposed to be like a real funny time, and like like we had it, we were all together. Like it could have been really good, then I fucked things up. Then I'll just say I fucked things up basically, but people didn't want to stay either. So it is kind of funny though that they use that Logan character in there, and but and I'm not saying anything against anyone, and keep a mercy mindset, but but they end up killing both of them. They kill both of them, and the vampire dies. And like, I know it's real sad and everything, and that actually is my favorite Harry Potter because it is emotional. But like, the way that they kill him, like, it was like that Death in Hell Horseman stuff. Like, oh, just kill him off. Like, get the it going. Get the it, put more burdens on the it. And like, I don't really understand why they did all that. Like, yeah, we had Son of Man stuff that went on at SCAD from West Point. Then we had the funny stuff from Lindsey Wilson. I guess it was funny because it was like a slapstick where you're like whiplash funny, It was like the funny time from the build up to from it should have ended really at SCAD to then after that was CUI, Real Eagles, serious again, But I don't have any regrets or anything, but something was funny about that. And then of course we had Son of Man stuff yesterday with some reveals. I hope, Son of Man in the more literal sense of taking off the dog mask. So take a look at that if you haven't. My video from yesterday, if you haven't looked at it, just see if it connects, because I don't know if it does in the stars or not. But have a good night. Thank you. I'm over here at Jersey Mike's. My mom wants a sub for dinner. So, my Grandpa H and my Grandma Granby, they're moving today from the Versailles Jessamine County line to in Versailles, to this neighborhood over there that's kind of by this pool that's over there. But I mean, like community pool, like they have a pool in their backyard right now, but they're gonna just be in this kind of like an old neighborhood, like it's not. No one wants them to do it because it's not nice. It's not as nice of a house, but my Grandpa H is like really set on it, and as you know, like he went through throat cancer. He used to smoke cigars every day in Campbellsville, or like once. Well, yeah, I think one once a day in Campbellsville, and that was actually my favorite house that they had was in Campbellsville, and that's where I was born, is Campbellsville, in '92, March 21st. But so they're moving to like this old house. Excuse me. And my Grandpa H, he kind of lost it for a little bit and would like fly off the handle some days. I think that was because of his treatment. They put him on Keytruda, you see. So it really messed him up. And he was going to sue them for like over $1 million. And he probably would have won too. But he didn't pursue all that though. But it's okay. So and I'm not saying anything against anybody. Just keep a mercy mindset. Thank you. Have a good night. Trust in Jesus.